From analog beginnings to digital futures, the evolution of the cell phone, 1973 to 2023. Hey guys, today I want to take you on a journey spanning half a century, from bulky prototypes to sleek devices that have reshaped our lives. The evolution of the cell phone is not just a story of technological progress, it's a story of how humanity has transformed the way we communicate, connect, and live. So sit back and let's explore the fascinating timeline, decade by decade, milestone by milestone. The birth of mobile communication, 1973 to 1982. Let's start with the beginning, the very first cell phone call. It happened on April 3rd, 1973. Imagine this. Martin Cooper, an engineer at Motorola, standing on a street corner in New York City with a device that looked nothing like today's phones. Motorola Dynatac 8000X prototype, a hefty device weighing over 2 pounds. Cooper made a historic call to his rival at Bell Labs, demonstrating to the world that portable communication was possible. Now, don't picture a pocket-sized gadget. This phone was enormous, with a battery life of just 30 minutes. But this moment marked the dawn of mobile communication, a revolutionary concept at the time. Fast forward to 1983, and Motorola turned this prototype into the first commercially available mobile phone, the Motorola Dynatac 8000X, at a whopping price of $3,995. It was a luxury few could afford, yet this was the spark that ignited the cell phone revolution. Commercialization and early adoption, 1983 to 1990. The 1980s saw cell phones transition from prototypes to products. In 1985, the U.S. launched its first generation 1G cellular network based on analog technology. These early networks wasn't perfect. Coverage was limited, and the calls were often interrupted, yet they represented a significant step forward. During this time, cell phones became a symbol of status and success. They were primarily used by business professionals and wealthy individuals, the so-called yuppies. If you owned a Motorola Dynatac, you were making a statement. You were ahead of the curve, a trailblazer in a new era of communications. Technological advances and miniaturization, 1991 to 1999. As we enter the 1990s, the second generation of mobile networks, or 2G, revolutionized the industry. Unlike 1G networks, 2G was digital, offering improved call quality, and for the first time, text messaging. Imagine the excitement of being able to send a short message without making a call. In 1992, IBM introduced the Simon Personal Communicator, widely considered the first smartphone. It was a bulky device with touchscreen and email capabilities, a glimpse of the future. Meanwhile, in 1996, Motorola launched the StarTAC, the world's first flip phone. This marked a turning point. Cell phones were becoming smaller, sleeker, and more accessible. The late 1990s also introduced predictive text, or T9, making it easier to type messages or numeric keypads. For many, these innovations made cell phones more than just tools. They became essential companions. The camera phone revolution, 2000 to 2006. As the new millennium began, cell phones underwent another transformation. In 2000, Sharp released the JSHO4 in Japan, the world's first camera phone. Suddenly, the phone wasn't just for talking or texting, it was a device for capturing memories. This innovation changed the way we document our lives and share our experiences. In 2004, Nokia had become the dominant player in the market. With models like the Nokia 6600, cell phones blended business functionality with personal use, appealing to a broader audience. Then came the Motorola Razr in 2006. A slim, stylish device that became a cultural icon. The Razr proved that cell phones could be both functional and fashionable. The smartphone era begins in 2007. Now we come to one of the most pivotal moments in cell phone history, the launch of the Apple iPhone in 2007. Steve Jobs stood on a stage and introduced a device that would redefine the industry. The iPhone wasn't just a phone, it was a touchscreen computer, a camera, and an internet browser all in one. Jobs famously said, "Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone," and he was right. In 2008, the first Android phone, the HTC Dream, entered the market, kicking off the competition between iOS and Android. This competition fueled innovation, giving us devices with advanced features, sleek designs, and powerful performance. By 2010, Samsung had introduced its Galaxy S series, becoming a major competitor to Apple. Smartphones were no longer luxuries, they were necessities, shaping how we work, play, and connect. The age of connectivity and AI, 2013 to 2023. In recent years, smartphones have become more than communication devices. They're personal assistants, entertainment hubs, and creative tools. The rollout of 4G networks in 2013 enabled faster internet speeds, paving the way for app-based services like Instagram, Uber, and Spotify. Virtual assistants like Siri, Google Assistant, and Alexa emerged, making phones smarter and more intuitive. In 2020, 5G networks promised even greater speeds and lower latency, unlocking new possibilities like augmented reality and the Internet of Things. Manufacturers push boundaries with foldable phones like Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 3, blending nostalgia with innovation. By 2023, modern smartphones featured AI-powered cameras, biometric security, and eco-friendly designs. These designs have become integral to our lives, enabling creativity, productivity, and connection. So in conclusion, as we reflect on the evolution of the cell phone, one thing becomes clear. This journey isn't just about technology, it's about humanity's relentless pursuit of progress. From Martin Cooper's first call to the smartphones in our pockets today, cell phones have not only changed how we communicate, but also who we are. So what's next? As technology continues to advance, the possibilities are endless. But one thing is certain, the story of the cell phone is far from over. So thank you for taking a little historical trip and looking into the evolution of the cell phone. Have a good day, guys.